Alright, it's been a hot minute since I last played MML. You know, for you watching, maybe it hasn't been that long. Alright, listen, all I'm saying is that I've timed it well, so that, well, I wouldn't really say that, because I've had to do some recordings for, Master Magistrate while I was sick, but I'm a lot better. In time to record for MML, I guess. Either way, we are back, right? Last time we did Lunatics route. This time, we're meant to do, we were meant to do, Yorihime's route, but, unfortunately, just like with Luna, the reason I'm not doing Yorihime's route is because someone wanted me to do Karen's route, and he's been commenting a lot on these videos, right? It's a bit unfortunate, considering I haven't really been saying anything about his comments, considering that all of Luna's route was essentially backlog. But you know, he'll know that I've seen his comments. Does he? Who knows? Either way, we are starting off right now with Karen's route. Let's get into it. Since my mom wasn't feeling well, just like me, I'd likely get dinner at the Honeydew. But I didn't want to eat that twice, so I thought I'd get lunch elsewhere, but then I saw Karen inside. I was hoping that it'd be like, I didn't want to eat there alone, so I invited Karen, but no, he just, I might as well say hi. Look, I had my complaints with how Luna's, hangout events were like Yuta coincidentally stumbling across Luna. At least with this one, it makes he's close to his house. He was thinking about going there, had second thoughts, but saw Karen. Okay, so it's a lot less coincidental. Still coincidental, but you know, it makes sense. I might as well say hi. Right. I'm still sick, like I said, which means high-pitched voices I can't do. So it's just, welcome. Oh, Yuta. Hello. Yu-chan wasn't here today either. Hey, Karen. Why didn't you finish chewing first? Before I could wipe the food off my face. Wait, before I could wipe the food off my face, she leapt up onto her knees on the table and threw her arms around my neck. I froze in confusion at the sheer speed of her movement. Whoa, what are you doing? I pulled my red face back in confusion, but Karen acted natural. Hey, listen.
Karin-chan. テーブルに足を乗せるのは勘弁な。
Karen hurried back off. Gonna give me a heart attack. The touch of her tongue lingered on my cheek. To think that could have easily been my lips. Just fell short, I guess. No, what am I thinking? It's not like I've chosen one of them yet.
どうかしたユタ。顔ブン ちゃって。
No, you haven't chosen. I chose for you. Okay, I reached for a napkin on the table. What are you thinking? Jeez. You're supposed to wipe your face off, not lick it.
うわー、もったいない。
Look, if you're still that hungry, why not order something? There was already a stack of plates on the table.
いやー、それがさ、かりんちゃんには制限を設けさせてもらっているんだわ。
Makes sense. A limit?
こんな細い体なのに底なしの胃袋だからね。
Oh, you mean she'll eat everything in the store?
そういうこと。
He told me the other day he had to close up early due to Karen's appetite.
だって甘露亭の和菓子はうまいからさ、いくらでも食べられちゃう。
I mean, to be fair, at least with Karen here, you'll never be overstocked. That's a good thing, right?
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいけどね。ただ他のお客さんのこともあるからさ。
But, you know, you'll mostly be understocked. So that... It's a double-edged sword, you know?
もっとたくさん作れば？
You'll never have a waste of ingredients, let's just say.
そう気軽に言わないでくれよ。
All of the sweets here are handmade. You can't just expect mass production.
そうなんだ。
そういうこと。だからまあ我慢してくれや。
じゃあごちそうさ
ま。はいよ。ゆうくんは何にする？
Oh, I'm, coming later, so I'll pass on lunch. I just wanted to say hi to Karen.
了解。
But you had food on your face, so you were eating.
私に会いに来てくれたんだ。
Yeah, I guess.
嬉しい。
What?
おいおい。ラブシーンなら外でな。
ゆうたはどっか出かけるの？
Oh, they actually took it outside. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat.
じゃあ私も行く。
Huh? Wait, didn't you just eat? And like a stack of plates? Well, yeah, she's still hungry.
ああ、甘いものは別腹だから。
Well, if you're still hungry, let's go. For more sweets. So, it didn't really matter what sweets are for the other stomach.
ゆうたとお出かけ。
Karen grabbed my arm and snuggled into me. She always did this when I let my guard down. Hey, let's save this for when we're a real couple, okay?
はーい。
Karen submitted and backed away, although visibly disappointed. I thought so just before too, but despite Karen's brashness, she listened to people. It was definitely a likable personality. Your appetite never ceases to amaze me, though. You startled me, looking at my face like that.
そういえばゆうた、さっき赤い顔していたね。熱？
What the hell are you talking about? Did she really not have a clue about any of that? Her eyes sparkled with adorable obliviousness, so I didn't bother following up. Nah, listen, Karen.
何？
What you just did to me. Don't do that to anyone else, okay? Especially not another guy. The last bit was my sense of ownership surfacing.
さっきのって、これ？
Yeah, that.
しないしない。ゆうた以外の男子とか、なんかやだもん。
Okay then.
でも不思議。
What?
ユータとこうしているとなんだか妙に嬉しくて胸がドキドキして。
Karen, I was so cautious just a second ago, but my heart was racing too, and I found myself drawing closer to her. Oh, jeez. This is getting good.
あ、まだ残ってる。
Shit. Slope. Getting good could very well be a misunderstanding, and that was a sobering realization. Well,
過労それは心配だな。
let me see.
スキップ開始。
Yeah, okay, so all of this is just skipping through. Alright, and then I guess it's gonna be the same up until the next point you get to choose. Oh, right, I forgot about this part. So, for this, last time, for Lunatics route, we had to pick because I really am because I'm really a mama's boy, and the Karen's route is aren't all guys really mama's boys? So I don't really see what the difference is if there's nothing. Alright. And of course, even though we're doing Karen's route, there was still a lot of Luna. So yeah, common route is definitely focused a lot on Luna. So I can see why her route would also have a lot of drama. Sure, let's go with that. Either way, Karen.
ユータ。
And it's still, I know why it still had the skip selected, but what? Karen, knock.
あ、ごめん。
She stuck out her tongue.
ねえねえ、今暇？
Yeah, look, I appreciate you being proactive, but like, I thought that Yuta would be the one to do that. Never mind.
じゃあさ、学校に付き合って。
At least one of them is doing it, okay? It's less coincidental if it's at least one of them. School? Sure, but why school?
それは歩きながら説明する。じゃあほら、行こう行こ
She acted me like she was anxious to go. She sure could be pushy. Hey, where are you going?
う。
She left out my front door and pranced off in the school's opposite direction.
あ、あー、ついうっかり。
Huh?
甘露亭に行きそうになっちゃった。私、甘露亭大好き。
Of course. Come on. You forgot what you were doing in the what you doing the first step outside it? It's called ADHD. So, what are we doing? Are we going to school?
行く行く。だって先週もうっかり忘れたんだし、今度こそ行かないと。
You didn't hear that. Hmm? Okay, sure. So, why are we going again?
トラオのことがなんか気になっちゃって。
Torao? I was even more confused after hearing that.
ありゃ、忘れちゃった？
Yeah? What was that? Torao?
猫のトラオだよ。私が助けてあげた。
Oh, he had a name. Oh. I'd forgotten the name, but I definitely remembered what Karen did. Talk to the cat. So, what's up with that cat?
なんか拗ねていたからさ、ちょっと気になっていて。だから本当は 先週も様子を見に行くつもりだったんだけど、つい甘露亭に吸い寄せられちゃった。
Yep. You can tell how the cat feels?
だって私、動物の考えてることわかるから。
Oh, okay. Is that just another one of your Tenko powers? Karen nodded. Okay, so that's how you also knew his name was Torao?
ただ、名前はなんていうのかな。猫の頭に残っている音のつながりっていうか。要するに、動物は言葉を使うわけじゃないから。だから、考えがわかるって言っても、ぼんやりとしたものでしかないんだ。
I see.
トラオって名前っぽくない？
Yeah, sure.
だからあの猫はきっとトラオなんだよ。日曜って学校に人いないんでしょ？
For the most part, yeah.
周りに人がいない方がいいかなって思ってさ。人が見たら変に思うだろうし。
Oh, right, yeah. I guess Karen had the capacity to be cautious as well. But coming to school on a Sunday, just for a cat, that's pretty kind of you.
私、動物好きだから。
I wonder why. It's not like I hated animals or anything, but still, even if I did have the ability, I doubt I would go to school on Sunday to check on them. Karen was just that nice, I suppose. Oh, someone's here. The gate's open. It's usually closed on Sundays.
開いてたら入っちゃいけないの？
No, it should be fine. Let's go.
さて
We
と、
would've-
どこにいるのかな？
We would have jumped the fence anyway. Now that I thought about it, tracking down a single cat would prove to be difficult. But Karen didn't seem bothered as she sniffed here and there.
あっちだ。
Huh? Hey, wait up. Her Tenko's speed and nimbleness always took me by surprise. I managed to catch up with her after a full sprint. We found ourselves on the athletics field.
いた。
You have good eyes too. She's a Tenko. Hunya. The cat kept his distance, suspiciously appraising us. Maybe he'd forgotten about Karen. I doubt it. And as I approached, he looked ready to dash away. What are you gonna do? Oh? It was in the blink of an eye. Nya. Wow. She could catch a cat that wasn't even necessarily friendly. Careful he doesn't scratch you.
平気。そんな猫じゃないみたい。
Holding the cat on her arms, she walked over to the edge of the field.
さーてと、何をすねているのかな、トラオ。
Hunya. Karen looked into the cat's eyes with a big smile. Her ears twitched all the while. She was right in that it wouldn't be good if someone saw us. They talked for about 20 minutes. Karen finally turned back to me.
大体わかったよ。
He's got no bitches. What'd Torao say?
あのね、トラオはここから東にある家で飼われていたんだけど。
Karen continued to tell me about how Torao was scolded by his master. It really upset him, and he ran away. He wandered over to our campus, and someone gave him some food. He made this place his territory afterwards. I see. And that's why he's pouting. But why did he get scolded?
事情はトラオもあんまり覚えていないみたい。
Oh, so he left his house in March? And there was definitely no cat on campus last year. I had only seen him these past couple of weeks.
動物ってあんまり時間とか分かっていないから。
Oh, I'm sure his master's worried sick though. Does Todao want to return? He's probably been here 3 or 4 weeks.
帰りたいよな。
Yeah.
だってさ。
Well, why don't we take him then?
そうしよ
Does he know his master's name?
う。ダメだった。
So, east. What block?
それもわかんない。
That makes sense. Our only hope was to search on foot.
近づいていけば、トラオの反応でわかるはずだから。
You don't hear that. Yeah. We left campus and headed east.
その前にお腹空いちゃった。
Yeah, me too. Okay, should we eat first?
しようしよ
But I thought cats weren't allowed, or animals weren't allowed in the Honeydew Cafe. Pets, I mean. We couldn't go into a restaurant holding a cat, so we decided on hamburgers outside. Oh. What are you gonna get?
う。油ぎっとりのやつ。
How about the fried fish burger?
それでいいよ。
How coincidental.
あとね、適当に10個くらい。
You really eat too much, you know that, right? I don't know, I think too much would imply she's getting fatter. Considering that she can eat all of that, and I don't know. It's not like she's hemorrhaging funds. She's not broke because she's eating so much. So, and she's not fat because she's eating so much. So, like, is she really eating too much? I don't know.
こうやって歩いていると散歩みたいで楽しいね。
You know what? Yes, she is. She eats a lot. She eats too much because the Honeydew Cafe cannot keep up with her demand. Yeah, huh? Kara's attitude made enjoying something so silly as searching for a cat's master possible. I suppose doing anything with her would be fun, really.
この辺だ。
We went back and forth a few times trying to gauge Torao's reaction, so it took him time. It ended up not being far from school, though. Yeah. His eyes lit up, and even I could tell there was a definite change in his mood.
ここだね、きっと。
We stood in front of a small house, and Todao gazed up at the house longingly. Purr. He purred in excitement. Okay, I'll try and ring the intercom.
Hi!
I pushed the button and a person came out. He looked at us suspiciously for a second, but his expression immediately turned to one of shock when he saw the cat. Todao! Oh.
いいことした後は気持ちいいよね。
Totally. Todao's master was ecstatic. We brought him back. He started talking without asking any question, and apparently he had scolded Todao for wrecking all the toilet paper, classic cat behavior. He wasn't one to scold Todao, but he was in a bad mood that day. Regret reared its ugly head after Todao disappeared, but the damage had been done. Just as he had almost given up hope, we showed up. He was overjoyed.
でもなんでお呼ばれしなかったの？お茶とお菓子出してくれるって言ったのに。
Of course. Well, it looked like he wanted to ask us questions, like how he found the house.
それが
We can't just tell the truth. We know that Torao was, we knew what Torao was thinking because of Karen's powers. Don't think so.
ああ、なる。でも食べたかったな。ゴディバのチョコレート。
What's going on in your head? It's not like he said he'd give us, it's not like he said what he'd give us. I don't know, she probably smelt it, or whatever. Meh. We have the honeydew anytime we want.
だね。
Her expression did a 180. I always thought it was cute when she did that. Okay, let's nab some of those honeydew sweets.
ああ。
Until we get kicked out. 422, not 420.
では本日は10日後に迫ってきた芋煮会について決めておきたいと思います。
Alright, I guess I'll see you guys again, at the next choice. Oh, right, this choice, where we get to see him on the bed or whatever. For Karen... Hang on, let me see. Yeah, Luna and Karen's is the same, you just go to sleep. And now, after we found out that Julie's mum is dating our teacher, let's go see Karen! Once again, she's the one who was proactive. Actually, probably more of a coincidence that she saw him. It's not like she was actively looking for him. Unless... Did someone just yell my name? Among the cluster of people, I could see a figure approaching. Karen? Didn't expect you. I don't know how you could have... how you could see me from over there. You have good eyes.
ユータの匂いがしたから。
And a good nose. Sheesh. So it's not due to your good eyes.
でも顔も見えたよ。
She was just sharp all around. She's a Tenko.
ねえねえユータ、一緒にクレープ食べよう。クレープ。
She yanked on my hand before she finished her suggestion. Oh, wait. I was just on my way to eat. She tilted her head as if the connection was lost on her. Yeah, you see, eating dessert before a proper meal is a bit much.
大丈夫大丈夫。デザートは別腹だって。
That's not the point. She yanked harder, and soon we were in front of the crepe stand. Oh, so they sell some crepes that are more like meals. I'm not surprised that they sell savory crepes. You nod, but did you actually know that? You only mentioned your spare stomach. She does not eat those ones. Don't just laugh off my question. There were some crepes that weren't sweet at all. I guess I just had to treat it like okonomiyaki or something. Okay, should we order? Excuse me, I'll have the roast mutton crepe. Excuse me? That sounds amazing.
私は三段タワー盛りください。
Thank you. Karen, that looks like it'll fall any second.
これがうまいんだよ。
She bit into the mountainous crepe. It looks perilous at first, but she skillfully maneuvered the toppings into her mouth. Crepes are all well and good, but Shirahase will be sad if we don't eat at the honeydew.
さっき羊羹食べてきたよ。
You have such a crazy appetite. Yeah, I'm surprised you held back. It always brought a smile to my face seeing her so focused on her food. Karen, you got some on your cheek. She nodded but didn't stop for a second in bringing down the tower of crepe. Guess I'll have to do it. I scooped the cream off with my finger and ate it. The soft touch of her cheek lingered on my fingertip. Thinking about it, that was kind of an embarrassing move. Yeah, hands off. What the fuck? I suddenly heard some panic honking from a car or something. Whoa, what the hell is that bike doing? A motor scooter with two guys riding it was blazing down the sidewalk, wailing on the horn. Karen, look out! It still had a ways to go before it reached us, but I motioned Karen with me in between two buildings. Maybe it's a bikie gang, but it's only one bike. They were weaving in and out through the crowd of stunned pedestrians. What dirtbags. Just then, the guy on the back reached out for a lady's purse. The thief! I would try to do a high pitch, but I already told you I can't. Bag secured, they spun a quick turn in the opposite direction and got onto the road. Yeah, let's call the cops. I shoved my hand into my pocket and pulled out my phone. And in that split second, Karen was gone. Huh? Karen? She was dashing down the street after the bike with inhuman speed. Are you trying to get yourself killed? I ran after her in a panic as fast as I could, but they got further away with each passing second. My body felt like a rock in comparison. Damn it. The bike was heading toward a major intersection, but the light turned red and traffic began to flow perpendicular. Nice. Now she could catch him. But I was too quick to celebrate. It looked like the bike was going to charge through traffic. Of course there's a kid there. Why wouldn't there be a kid there? Because of course there's gonna be... He's gonna get hit. In the next instant, a crash rang out through the street, and I shut my eyes tight. After a few moments, I hesitantly opened them. I saw the child, still frozen in fear, rooted to the same spot as before. Good. He didn't get hit. The motorcycle was nowhere to be seen. I thought at first it had escaped beyond the intersection, but as I approached the scene, I realized that wasn't the case. Karen was sitting, hugging her knees to the side of the road. She had the stolen purse in her hand. What happened? Are you okay? Karen, you were amazing. But I thought the entire purpose of this is to not give away your powers. You probably shouldn't be standing there. On the opposite side of the road, the bike was in pieces. That must have been the crash from before. Yeah, because of course you can do that. Oh, so that's what happened. The kid, still shaken, called to us from the sidewalk. Are you okay? Karen jumped up on to her feet, but I noticed she was having trouble putting weight on the legs, on the leg she injured. Thanks, nice lady. I heard sirens approaching. The two thieves were still sprawled on the pavement. Maybe we should talk to the cops too. Maybe you shouldn't. What now?
クレープ落っことしちゃった
Valid concern. Oh, I guess I did too.
まだ7分の1は残ってたのに
So you finished it. I didn't even have a bite of mine. Thank you, thank you so much, young lady. Hmm? It was a woman. It was the woman whose purse was stolen. I couldn't tell from where we stood at first, but she was obviously affluent. You have no idea. No, I can't. You have no idea how thankful I am. I had just withdrawn a large sum of money. My heart almost stopped.
はああこれどうぞ
Finders keepers. I mean, thank you. Here, this is to show my thanks. It's yours. The woman pulled out a wad of large bills from her purse, wrapped Karen's hand around it.
あお金なんて
Yeah, I think she's kind of rich. Thank you. Karen tried to refuse, but the woman jogged over to the police car.
ありがとうゆうた
For what? Karen tried to play tough at first, but her knee seemed to be fairly injured. I gave her a piggyback ride home.
あザギンでシース
Ginz is a little far just for sushi. Plus, I want to have a doctor check out that knee first. Knowing she could eat whatever she wanted with the money, Karen was in a good mood despite the pain. Even though she could eat whatever she wanted already, because she doesn't have any money problems to begin with. Didn't, I guess. Karen was praised by the lady, the kid, and the police. I was proud of her, but she was mainly focused on food. As always. Can you still eat? You ate some ryokan, then a crepe.
だってクレープ5分の1も残しちゃったし
I thought you said you had 1/7. That's more than you said last time. Anyway, the truth is, you ate that huge tower of dessert. Speaking of huge, it was awkward carrying her on my back, but I derived a certain pleasure from it. And even talking the whole way back, I was still extremely conscious of the protrusions pressing on into my back. But now that we're silent, I'm even more conscious of it. Just looking at her, she seemed petite, but her breasts were massive. Yet where do you think all the fat went? And those soft bulges smooshed into my back. My heart felt like it would leap from my throat.
ねえゆうたそんなに暑い
No, it's not hot out.
だって耳真っ赤だから
Were my ears really getting that red? Well, it's no mystery. My heart was pounding, making blood rush through my body.
ふう
What? What are you doing, Karen?
ふうふうやれば耳が熱いのが冷めるかなと思って
That's just gonna make them hotter.
うーん
Karen wasn't aware of that. Karen wasn't aware of that? That's how it seemed. Tell her she can do it more. Tell her to stop. Like, how could you not tell her she can do it more? What? Tell her to stop. No, bitch. What are you talking about? Actually, that did make them feel a little cooler. Can you do that a little more?
ふうふう
Actually, let's not. It feels good. I mean, tickles.
うん今なんて言おうとしたの
Nothing. He was getting hard. I called a doctor over and put the phone on the receiver. He said he'll be here in no time. Karen sat on the sofa, cheerily browsing the takeout menu on the table. Her knee was red and puffy, but I gave her some ice to put on it. It looked really painful, but Karen didn't so much as wince. I sat down next to her. You were really something. You retrieved the stolen bag and even stopped the thieves. You shoulder checked a fucking motorbike. I was close enough, so my hand naturally moved up to her head. Sure. She was a little overwhelmed when the police were praising her for her bravery, but she looked happy and content with herself when I glanced at her. It was such a cute shift in behavior. I sat petting her head until the doctor arrived. The doctor said that fortunately it was just bruising and would heal in a few days. 4:30.
カリン、どうしたのよその足。
Motorbike accident. Karen was limping a little bit since we left the house, but the wrap around her knee made it obvious she was injured. Oh yeah, also this is probably the start of her route.
なんでもない。なんで隠すのよ。だってなんか恥ずかしいんだもん。
There's nothing embarrassing about it. Everyone, listen to this. I regaled Karen's heroics.
あら、偉いですね、かりんちゃん。なんだ、だったら恥ずかしいことなんて何もないじゃない。けど、いつも通りには歩けないし、弱み見せたくない。弱みってね。そんな言い草はつわものが言うことよ。かりんがいつつわものになったのかしらね。なんだと？とにかく変に隠さないようにしないことね。心配しちゃうじゃない。なんだよ、ルーチェが心配なんかするな。
Don't go.
やめなさいよ、セットが乱れるでしょ。
They were always in a tussle over something or another, but they were friends at heart. I got reminded of that occasionally.
耳を引っ張るな。先に髪を引っ張ったのはそっちでしょ。
They were getting along, right? Yeah, they are. That it was out of the blue. Once we arrived at school, Luna did one of her step patterns.
トントントントントン。急にどうしたの、ルルーナ。先日私は興味深い噂を耳にしたです。それはこの東雲学園に幽霊が出るというもの。
Unless this isn't. I think the scene before was, and then the rest of this is still coming around.
スキップ開始。
Right? Yeah. Alright. See, I was a bit confused, right? Because I remembered that we didn't get through the ghost part yet, and I was thinking for a second that maybe we won't get that part because we're going down Karen's route. But yeah, as soon as I thought that, of course, this happened. But either way, for Karen, she's probably in the restroom. You know, we don't care about Lunatics in this round. We only care about Karen. Meh, I'll stay. Alright, now that we're at the beach, for Karen, it's starting to fire, which is different from Luna's. Alright, I headed to the fire pit. Karen, you okay?
早く食べたいもん。一生懸命火を起こさなくちゃ。
They haven't even finished cooking prep. You can laze around for a while.
もうお腹すいた。お腹すいた、お腹すいた。3回も言うほどお腹空いてるんだ。煙い。火を起こすのも意外に大変なのね。毛づくろいばっかりしてないでルーチェも手伝いよな。毛づくろいってね、ボサボサ髪のキツネじゃないんだから。誰のことだよ。潮風は好きだけど髪がベタつくのだけが難点よね。ねえねえ、ルーチェもやってよ。あたしがやるなんて威張って竹筒を奪ったのはカリンでしょ。そうだけど、目が染みてきた。
Here, let me help.
ありがとう。ゆうた大好き。
Here.
ユリ、手伝って。
Well, Lucy and Julie yagged Karen away from under her arms, giving me some room to work. I've never started a fire. Blowing into a tube like this. Should I just blow normally? You know, just like the DS. Wow, it really gets into your eyes.
これが本当のひょっとこですな。
What was that supposed to mean?
ひょっとこでござる。知らんのですか？
I know what a hyotoko mask is.
ひょっとこは火を吹く火男から来ているのでござる。天下というやつですな。
Wow, you're a treasure trove of information, Dora.
さっきのお主の顔、ひょっとこの滑稽さそのままでしたぞ。
Okay, you can shut up now. After I finished the job, I was standing near the water's edge when Yu-chan came and found me.
ねえゆうくん、
Is this new?
スキップ開始。
No. Alright. Now, I'm less confused now. So this should be the last time we get the choice to go see Karen. Come in. Did it? I guess not. It didn't skip over anything, which makes sense.
ゆうた、釣り行こう釣り。
Oh, Karen, that's weird.
何が？釣り？
No, that you knocked. You always just barged in before.
ああ、うん。へへ、私も覚えたんだよ。
And not really a reason, why she would knock this time, considering that it was Luna who, walked in on Yuta joking his shit. Never mind. That was in her route. That wasn't in the common route. Good job.
偉いでしょ。頭撫でて。
She kneeled down right next to me. She was so nimble. And she looked up at me with an expectant sparkle in her eyes. You're such a suck-up. But she's so cute. It was enjoyable for me, despite giving her a hard time. As I pet her head, her ears quivered and twitched. I couldn't tell what kind of reaction it was, but her face told me it was pleasurable. So, you wanna go fishing? Fishing, I've never actually done that before.
私もやったことないよ。けどまあ大量でしょ。
Sure. And where is all that bravado coming from?
いざとなったらこう大岩を川面の岩にぶっつけて。
No, I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
そうなの？
I think. Let's ask my dad. He goes fishing sometimes.
ああ、ガチンコ漁な。あれは禁止だよ。
そうだったんだ。
Just do it with spears.
川釣りはいろいろと規則が細かいんだ。あと、入漁料を払わないといけないが、それは分かってるかな？
This is in Britain. This is fucking... Never mind.
入漁料？
You got a license for that? Oh wait, you gotta pay to fish?
そうだよ。
We gotta pay to fish.
川釣りはただじゃできない。まともに魚が釣れるような川は普通漁協が関わっているからな。だから勝手に取ったら大変なことになるぞ。
What? That's kind of a hassle. What about the ocean?
海釣りも漁業権が絡むと面倒だが、ただこの辺の海岸だと釣れる場所もないだろう。
What a load of shit. Oh, now that you mention it.
じゃあ結局どういうこと？
No fishing.
つまりちゃんとお金を払って規則を守って、そうしてこそ川釣りはできるってことだな。
なんか面倒だね。
Karen looked crestfallen at the sudden revelation.
しかし嬉しいね。とうとう釣り仲間ができたか。じゃ早速。
Hey, you're not fishing with my girlfriend. I mean, Yuta's girlfriend. I mean, Yuta's fiance. I mean, fiance to be. My dad leapt up from his chair.
もういいや。私釣りがしたいんじゃなくてお魚が食べたいだけだから。
そうか。
Well, we decided to just visit the fish shop. We should have just done this in the first place.
けどこの前遠足でなんとかいう山に登ったでしょ？
Mount Akamine. What about it?
山の動物たちから伝わってきたんだ。赤峰山の小川は結構魚が多いって。
Oh,
鮭食いたかったんだけどな。鮭。
I don't think any of the rivers here have salmon. Plus, the migration season isn't until fall. Karen seemed like she would be happy with any fish.
何がいいかな。やっぱり鮭？それともサンマ？
Karen thought aloud with her arm around mine. I shook her off me last time, since we weren't officially dating. But I made an exception today, even though we still aren't officially dating. It's not like I disliked walking arm in arm with her. In fact, it was actually putting me in a really good mood. I wonder why. Maybe it's because of the two mountains on her chest that are pressing against your arm. What? Salmon and mackerel are fine. But if we're going to a fish shop, why don't we get something in season?
旬の魚？どんなの？
Well, we'll ask the shop owner when we get there.
じゃあそうしよう。旬のお魚か。きっとうまいよね。
Probably. She was cute as a button, beaming over something so simple. Yeah, but it's because it has to do with food. And now that we're outside, why don't we cruise around for a bit first?
私早く食べたい。お腹すいた。
Okay. I was kind of in the mood for a date, but Karen's mind was set on food. Hello. Welcome. Anything's fine. But do you have any fish in season right now? In season? Well, it's a little early, but I have some perch and rockfish. That'll be good. In his refrigerated case, we had some goofy-looking rockfish and perch lined up.
あ、ねえねえ、これはこのでっかいの。
He had some goofy-looking rockfish. That's a black porgy. It's the most in season, but it's super expensive. Its face was goofy too, like, "Hey boss, why don't you suggest me too?" Hey Karen, I think the perch and rockfish look great.
私はどっちでもいいよ。
Okay, we'll take the two of each, please. Coming right up. Should I scrape the scales up? The rockfish is pointy. It could be dangerous. Oh, yes, please. I asked him while he was scaling the fish. What would be the best way to eat these? Grilled? The perch is nice and fresh, so I'd do sashimi, and the rockfish is best boiled. Okay. I've never boiled a fish, or even filleted one. It'd probably work out somehow. But this puts a smile on my face, seeing a young couple in my shop. Youngins these days don't eat much fish. Here you go, all bundled up. Thank you.
カップルだって。
I wouldn't say youngins these days don't eat fish. I would think it would be more accurate to say that they don't cook their own.
やっぱり私たちお似合いの夫婦なんだね。
Especially for Japan, where there's a lot of places you can go to eat sushi. And a good high quality sushi too, from cheap places. Yeah. I muttered some nonsense. Well, walking arm in arm, kinda hard to think anything else. I had the plastic bag of fish in one hand, and like before, Karen had my other arm. If Karen wanted to, then I didn't see a problem. Although I didn't think that before. Maybe it signaled a change of heart toward her.
あ、猫。
Oh,
どうかした？なんか変な声。
oh no, her eyes, then her body drifted over toward the cat. Her mouth smashed right into my chest.
ゆうと、猫嫌いだっけ？
No, that's not true. Was Karen just oblivious to stuff like this? I was pretty sure she felt it too. She felt it though. Yet, with boobs still pressed against me, she innocently tilted her head. If this was all just an act, she could win an Oscar.
お腹すいた。やっぱりクレープ食べてから帰ればよかったかも。
Let's not eat sweets before meals.
なんで？
I shouldn't have to explain. It'll ruin your meal.
ないないそんなの。
Well, I suppose you're an exception.
ねえねえ、どのくらいでできるかな？
Maybe about 30 minutes? I asked my parents and they said about around 50 minutes to boil the rockfish. I needed to fillet the perch too, so I guess about 30 minutes total.
そんなにかかるんだ。
But we need to make rice too, right?
そうだった。
Karen hastily ran to the kitchen, and I heard her pour rice into a pot. It sounded like she poured a week's amount, but I didn't bother commenting. I timed it to be set around when the rice finished cooking, and we were ready to eat.
うまそう。
I was confident in my cooking abilities, but this didn't look too shabby.
ねえ、油揚げも食べよう。油揚げ。
Sure. It was hot, with the burning coals from the fire pit. And Karen's beard some big chunks of fried tofu with two sticks, and excitedly lined them up over the coals. And the iron kettle over the fire pit was steaming gently. This was a nice mood.
はい、どうぞ。
And Karen scooped me some rice with a look of fulfillment, but having prepped the fish myself, I felt pretty fulfilled. Thanks. Whoa, way too much.
そう？
When I was a kid, I used to watch a cartoon called False Tale from Japan a lot. I really liked it. Where's this coming from?
アニメ？
Us eating like this made me recall all the massive balls of rice in those stories. Oh,
ふーん。
oops. I guess you wouldn't understand that reference. About half this is fine. I scooped half out into Karen's bowl. Okay, let's eat.
いただきまーす。
I tried to slice off sashimi first. A slice of sashimi first. Wow, this is delicious.
おいしい。
It was light, but had a nice layer of fat on it. The flavor passed through my nose and didn't leave behind any fishy aftertaste. A good thing we asked for his recommendation.
うまい。
Next was the boiled rockfish. Took some effort, I must say. Oh, this is good too. I didn't use any eccentric spices, but the fish flavor made a nice stock.
煮付けはご飯が進むね。
It does. Karen was beaming while eating the food I made. This was a good feeling.
油揚げが焼けてきた。
A dense aroma of miso filled the room. Miso?
今日はね、味噌だれ。
It looks great. I took a skewer and thought of something. Wasn't the Tenko's packed eating together or something?
うん。
The first time we met back near the shrine. Karen shared some of her inari with me. I wonder if the pact has to be with inari. Enough of that. Overanalyzing it would wreck the mood we had while eating together. At any rate, Karen was convinced we were a couple before. Meaning the fact that I had overlapping pacts didn't deter her conviction at all. Also, the fact that you remember eating inari with her means something. But how do I feel? I thought to myself as I chewed. The time may be approaching when I have to decide.
ごちそうさま。
It's not like you have a deadline. You can choose whenever you want. Yep.
美味しかった。ゆうた、ありがとう。
You're welcome. I thought we were going to go fishing, but we just ended up eating lunch. Either way, I was satisfied. Phew. I'm full. I think I ate too much. I leaned back on my hands to stretch out.
それじゃあ、また商店街に行って、食後のクレープを食べよう。
Nah, I'm good.
食べようよ。
She begged incessantly, so we ended up leaving again. Karen bounded along, but I was ready for a nap after that meal,